Okay, fun time with fractions here. Let's calculate some differences of rational numbers. So we got some signed fractions here, positives and negatives, and we're going to add or subtract them from each other. So for our first example, I'm going to show a couple different techniques here. For our first example, it's going to be the standard find the common denominator approach. So 4 and 3 are the two denominators, and I will introduce a 3 on the left and a 4 on the right. So this would become 3 times 1, which is 3, over 3 times 4, which is 12, minus 2 times 4, which is 8, over 3 times 4, which is 12. So now that they have a common denominator, that's the denominator of the answer, and 3 minus 8 is the number negative 5. So again, I like to write my negative out in front, and I call this negative 5/12. Remember the picture we drew in class that allowed you to subdivide rectangles into smaller rectangles. That helps us to understand how these pieces work. Okay, second technique. When you take two fractions and you're adding, or really when you're subtracting either, there's a cross multiplication technique you can use to shorten it up for you. You can go up here and say, what's 5 times negative 2? So that's negative 10. And then over here, what's 7 times 3? That's positive 21. What do you get when you take negative 10 plus 21? Well, those are enemies, and it looks like the positive number 21 wins by 11 over 7 times 5, which is 35. So the final answer here would be 11 over 35. So pause the video and do the last one on your own, whichever technique you want. And assuming you've paused, I'm going to do this one with my cross-multiply technique. So we have 5/3. Adding a negative number is equivalent to subtracting a number because you're adding an opposite. 5 times 2 is 10. 3 times 1 is 3. It's a subtraction sign this time, so 10 minus 3 is equal to 7. And that's going over 3 times 2, which is 6. So the answer to this problem would just be 7/6.